Welcome back to That's What She Said. I'm Carrie Rosso, my co-host.
Jeanette Jersick in the house.
And I feel so excited because everything is coming full circle because these two ladies have been made a huge impact on me since day one of this show. So I'll let them introduce themselves. Each of you say who you are and tell a little bit about yourselves. I feel like I'm at Sorority Rush. Tell a little bit about yourself and why we should accept you as our sister. Lisa?
I am Lisa Frericks, and I'm married to Jeff Frericks. I have two fabulous boys. Matthew's 13, and the teenagers are actually okay. And Michael's
so far
10. No, he's really great. And I'm just a mom.
Just a mom.
Oh,
Yes.
please. There is no such thing. But
Yeah.
continue.
I love being a mom.
Yeah.
And I'm Erin Grace, and I have a dog named Hallie, and she is a teenager and in her bad years. That's okay. And I'm from Urbana, and
And you run
and I run
Lives.
Young Lives in town. Yes.
And what is that?
Young Lives is a ministry to teen moms, and so I have the awesome privilege of loving teen moms and cute babies, and just walking with them through life.
Now,
That's a pretty sweet gig.
how long?
Yeah.
How long has that organization been in this community?
So we have been in Champaign for about 8 years now.
Okay, and you've been with it since you founded it.
I
right?
did, and been with it for 8 years. Yeah, it's wonderful. Very lucky.
That's how I feel about my job. What a great gig that my job is to seek out amazing women in
Right.
our community. And I always think that about your job. I see you and Abby Hobbs and all these
Yes.
great women working on
Yes.
Young Lives.
Yes.
And then I see all the things that Lisa's doing. So one of the things that there are so many things I could brag on you guys about, but the theme was paying it forward, because when I think of the two of you, I always think people who are really paying it forward in our community. And the way all of this tangled web happened was the very first year of That's What She Said, Lisa reached out and wanted to make the show available to more people. What if there were people that wanted to go that might not have access or know about it or be able to get the tickets? And
They sell it quickly now. No one can get
they
tickets.
do. They do.
We are
And-
very lucky.
Yes. So I always think about, we were talking before about when there are big things in the world that can sort of be overwhelming and you don't know where to start. I love that both of you have always taken the philosophy of but I can help this person. Or if founding this, if there's a need, why not me? I'll start something, or I'll make my community a better place. So what made you even reach out in the first place?
Well, I just saw it's an awesome, That's What She Said is such a great idea. I love the idea. I'm your biggest fan. Love the show. I'm a groupie. Next week I'll be behind the window going like that. And every year that I've been, I am more amazed. I laugh, I cry. And so now I just had a feeling this is going to be something great, and I just wanted to be involved. So I'm kind of a behind the scenes person.
Well,
So
that's what
that
I
was
love
one way I
too,
could do
is
it.
that, so I guess I should back up and say, so Lisa every year, as just a mom in this community, writes me a check to buy tickets for the girls from Young Lives to come to the show. That and women that you don't even know.
No, but they're Aaron's girls.
I know, but
They are my girls, and we enjoy the evening. It's so much more than just the show. We get to have a fun girls' night, and Lisa's provided that for us to get our girls together without their kids. And Abby Hobbs has hosted us for dinner, and then we get to go to the show together and, like Lisa said, laugh and cry and just connect with the women on stage and their stories, and then talk about that afterwards and make that connection with our girls. So
So
it's
this
been
is
great.
funny. Do you remember the first time we met?
Tell me.
The first time
More.
we met was That's What She Said, when it was held at
yes.
Cranert.
Yes.
We met in the
And
bathroom.
I said,
How did you
she
know
goes,
it?
because I think that it was supposed to be a secret, but I don't think Carrie can keep secrets. And so she said, because Lisa doesn't want to be recognized.
Right.
And I was like, I just want to thank someone, Carrie, just spill the beans. And I, through Facebook stalking, stalked Lisa and was like, okay, I think this is her. This is what she looks like. and I'm just gonna go say hi to her. And I think I just
We were in the
approached you
bathroom.
randomly in the bathroom.
Yep, that's how we met, in the bathroom.
That is,
I
yes.
love
And we've been
that.
friends ever since.
Ever since,
Yep.
yeah. And it sparked a friendship between us.
Yeah.
That, to this day.
That wouldn't have happened.
Yes,
Now I
so-
need some tissue.
Lisa, did you ever wonder what the effect of your anonymous gift would have on these young women?
No, because I knew that Erin takes great care of them, and I just think, if we have all these opportunities, then why shouldn't everyone else? And not to miss, something that someone says in your show is going to hit someone out in the audience in a different way, and I feel like something is going to hit someone, and they should be there to see it and to hear it and experience it. So
Well, and it holds our feet to the fire, because sometimes you think like, okay, so there are young girls out there who this might be their first experience here, and showing them the power of women helping women and
Right.
valuing our stories and saying to them, you might be up here, you might not be up here, but your story has value. So to send that message to young girls right out of the gates, when there's so much in pop culture and the images that your story doesn't matter or that women are catty, so to show them at such a young age, that you've got these awesome women that work in the program, women that are willing to reach out and help them, and then they come together for the show.
Well, it makes those girls feel important too.
It does.
It makes their lives feel valued, and we care about them. So
And will that opportunity come up in their lives that they'll remember, and then they'll be in a position to donate, contribute, help, or enlighten someone that comes across their path? So again, the concept of paying it forward. Do you guys chat about the show afterwards with these girls, what they heard and what they learned, or what made them laugh, what made them cry?
We do, yes. We love to talk about the stories, and during intermission, we're kind of taking a poll, and who did you like, what did you laugh at, and what sparked a story in your life that if you're not up on stage, but you could tell someone else. And so we kind of tell those stories in the car on the way home to each other. And so it's fun to story talk. It gets girls story talking and outside of their phone and their electronic, and really, telling their story, I think, is very powerful. So that really enables our girls to talk and have a voice. It's great.
And to see, we always use the old analogy that the show should be both like a mirror and a window. So you should see someone up there that you connect to and have that Me Too moment, but that there should also be someone that you see that you look out the window and think, wow, I never saw it through that filter. I never
True,
saw life
right.
like that.
Like
And
that.
so when we're choosing speakers, we always, I think, who do I have a visceral reaction to that I have a Me Too moment with, or who is somebody that I connect to and I think, wow, I could not agree more with what you're saying, or I had never thought of life that way. Do you guys have that?
I have that with all of your stories. Because
Really?
I'm older than all of you. And I feel like there's something you can take away from everyone. Everyone has a story, and there's something we can, learn from everyone. So I love all the stories.
But I love how you are helping to write a new chapter or a new verse in the stories of these young girls, and giving them a really cool experience.
Well, they deserve it too. I mean, everyone deserves a chance. Yeah.
Mhm. Well, and I've heard you say before, serving others, often you get more from the
Oh,
experience
yes.
than you could ever give. And I think that's the case with both of you. I see, because I stalk you both on Facebook. I see.
Never on Facebook.
What would this show be without
Without
Facebook
Facebook.
stalking?
I
I'm
know.
sorry. We
I
do all of
know.
our research.
But you see how it bleeds into your lives. I knew about this story just because of that's what she said. But then I see you creating all of these other situations to serve or to create something where there's a need. And I see you reaching out and making this huge impact on not just these young girls, but on their children. And then you think, how many people on Facebook? It's one of those times when Facebook is a positive thing. And you
It
think, how
is.
many people see that and think, what an amazing person you are. And when I saw your parents at an event, and just, I hadn't seen you in probably a year or two, but I'm always so impacted by the things that you do. So I see your parents who I've never met in real life, and I just glom onto them, and they're like,
I hate social media.
who are you? Yeah, and I'm like, hey guys, looks like you had a great vacation. You know, they're like 911. But I had to rave to them about you, and because you think the apple can't have fallen far from the tree, and so it always makes me wonder, like, where people like you, where does that come from? Did your parents
Absolutely.
raise you this way?
Absolutely. Yeah, so my mother raised us to volunteer, and we were laughing because Lisa's son just came back from a mission trip, and he said, I don't really think I signed up for this, Mom. And she's like, no, but I signed you up. And that's what my mom did growing up for us. She signed us up for everything under the sun. We volunteer at the hospital, Meals on Wheels, stuff through 4-H, and she just instilled that in us. And so as I got older, I just thought that was the normal thing to do, and it continued. And now I'm just so thankful that she did instill that in us. And my dad was so okay with us going out and volunteering, and it was, yeah.
Well, thank you for
awesome.
bringing this organization and this service to this community, because I know you were a big part of that. Why don't you just share the information on the organization? Should anyone want to be able to contact
Sure.
you or learn more, where would they go?
Absolutely. So they can check us out on Facebook, See Young Lives, or look up Erin Grace and send me a message, and I would love to connect with you. And we have a variety of opportunities to volunteer, whether that's mentoring, providing a meal on Thursday nights when we meet with the girls, holding sweet babies. We're leaving for camp in Michigan on Sunday morning. And so there's just so many volunteer opportunities that we'd love to connect you with, and just look me up. I would love to chat.
I can't wait to hear the stories that come out of this week-long retreat that you're taking these girls on.
It'll be fun. It'll be great. Yes.
More stories.
More stories.
Hey, we're always looking for people. You have to help develop these stories so that we can keep our show going year after year. So I love
Never
it.
a shortage for stories, for
No.
sure. So until next time, thank you two for being here and for everything that you guys do in our
And
community.
inspiring us to make a difference
Inspiring
and pay it
us.
forward.
Yep, pay it forward. But until then, that's what she said.
That's what she said.
Thank you to Dentist Extraordinaire, Dr. Frericks, for sponsoring today's episode. And thank you to Texture Home for making our space pretty. And as always, thank you to Columbia Street Roastery for keeping us caffeinated.